the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Stepping up, don't be scared. Turning back, I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Stepping up, don't be scared. Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Stepping up, don't be scared. Turning back, I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. Don't stop.
You're my #1 customer.
Whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
Yo, what's up, grinders? How's everybody doing out there? What's up? Oh, man. Tell you. Impromptu Grinds Bite. How's everybody doing today? Shout out to everybody coming on in. Burning the Grindhouse. What's up? Ryan B, Aaron, and Andy, Bert, Dante, Jeff B Gaming, Ryan, Lord Hog, Dante. Oh, man. True, Virgil. I was watching your comments, and I just said, nope. You better get that tattoo upgraded.
Sign me, please, I will bend over and touch. My knees tell me it's better when we all play and make exclusive games and lie.
New tattoo coming in.
To my face.
What's up, Brian East? How you doing? Thrifty, yo. What's up? Iz and Lawrence, how you doing? Zero Steel plus Ultra, 4-star General. Mod, how you doing? Mary Wilcox, what's up? Ant Methods, VIP Grinder right there. Nelson, VIP Grinder. RP Gaming, VIP. Andy. What's up? Ben Miss7. Yep, that Phil Ness is hard. That email. Booty cupping those cheeks. How's everybody doing? Jeff B Gaming. Shout out to you, Mad Joe, Jim D, DBZ Extreme, J Gamer. How you doing, J Gamer? UK holding it down right there. Rat, what's up, Rat? How you doing, everybody? So, as you can tell, there's the two things I want to talk about today. Two things coming here. So one is the emails coming, because there's a lot of juicy stuff coming out of this this FTC legality, all this other stuff. This ABK deal, geez, when is it over? Right? And then the other thing is this price increase that we've been talking about finally hit. Also, the Final Fantasy 16 reviews came in, and they're looking mighty fine. Almost around 88, I think, on Metacritic. And, yeah, I got to finish the demo, but I'm not reading anything because I want to be surprised. I know I'm getting Final Fantasy 16. I have it pre-ordered. I'm going to be downloading it. And I love the demo. I didn't finish the demo. I'm like about an hour and a half then. I think I probably have another couple of hours. But you want to know what? I just want to play the game. And I just want to be in it. So I am not reading any reviews. I'm not watching any more. I saw enough content with Final Fantasy 16. They shown enough to know that I want to buy it. I was at the PAX East. I saw what they showed there live. And yeah, I'm not watching any reviews. I'm buying it. There's no reviews gonna tell me. All the reviews gonna do is spoil it. Tell me the fights. Tell me what's going on. Show the combat. Some of the scenes in the fight. I don't want to say it. So I know I'm buying it. I pre-ordered it. Done. I got my poster bag right here. I'm all ready from PAX. My exclusive Final Fantasy 16 poster bag. I'm hyped. Let's go. I just want to get it. So the reviews. I saw the score. I'm like, yep, that's excellent. That's great. And we move on from there. But I'm not reading any of that stuff, but that is some quality stuff right there. Finally, like, there you go. And look. Sony don't got to say anything. They got a bunch of VR games coming to celebrate their PlayStation Plus stuff, which we'll talk about, because that ties into this Xbox price increase. And I know everybody's saying, like, what's this price increase? Oh my god. They're also increasing the Series X in price. It's just the way they're going about it and what it means in the Pulse market. That's what we're going to talk about. It's not just the dollar amount. It's what it means, and look what they're doing. That's what we need to focus on, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So the first thing, and again, not too much into this ABK deal. But apparently yesterday there was an email that was shared in the antitrust, the gamer antitrust thing going on. And it was an email that was pretty, it was obviously redacted. And Steven Totillo, right here said, so he broke this, that Exhibit K, Exhibit K, that there was an email from an Xbox executive saying that the plan around buying Activision is to put PlayStation out of business. So this is the article here. Will this blow up here? So the contents of this message here were redacted. It was sent by head of Xbox Game Studios, the real tough cookie. I didn't think that he was so tough, right?
I came looking for booty.
We found him in between coffee deliveries. This guy is sending emails.
Cool. This coffee smells like shit.
It is shit, Austin.
I don't know, but Booty clapping those cheeks was sent out by Matt Booty to the CFO of Xbox, to Tim Stewart. The passage appears to be from Exhibit K, a sealed document that the lawyers and Microsoft attorneys have been arguing over. In legal documents, Microsoft characterized the email as an internal exchange.
Roll!
Microsoft lawyers have said the documents had no bearing on the court's decisions. And a Microsoft representative told Axios, the company that Steven Totillo works for, that the company cannot legally share the email's contents, but said it was booty circa 2019. Booty at it again, man. You saw the way Phil was looking at him at that interview. Booty wasn't allowed to speak. And Phil gave him a side eye because Phil wanted the conversation. He didn't like when Booty was taking the thing because Booty clapping those cheeks. Phil don't like that. Remember, it's the second favorite Booty. The first favorite Booty is Phil. Second favorite Booty. But this is just adding drama to the whole thing. And it counters the whole thing of, like, why they're buying it. But what do you, like, just in this Activision deal itself, like, what are they doing? It makes no sense. They're really buying it to give it to everybody? Like, really? Really? Are we falling for that? Like, they are spending $70 billion to just keep everything at status quo. Did any of us believe that? We got the barista talking about it. He probably overheard something when he was making some coffees, and he said, I got to send an email out to the CFO. He goes, you know what? When I was making my Xbox coffee and I was bringing it over to 343, because you hear a lot as a barista, right? Booty at Starbucks, he must hear everything. He must sit there at Booty Bucks and get, has all the executives coming down. He's giving 2 creams, 1 sugar to everybody, making sure they get the foam, they got that Xbox logo on it. Booty is making a lot. There's a lot that happens. Just like you get a lot of talk at the bar, there's a lot of talking around the Booty barista. As he's making the coffees, he's hearing things. Oh, we're going to buy Activision. Really? Oh, we're going to put Sony out of business, right? Yeah. The Booty barista talking that shit. That's right. That Booty, man. He hears a lot at that barista. He's ears all over the place. Putting extra foam, making those Xbox things. He hears things. So he sent an email to the CFO going, yo, I was making somebody's latte and cappuccinos, and I heard somebody saying that we're buying Activision, and I want to put Sony out of business. I don't want to be making coffee forever, he said. But they said that's all you can do, man. You make the coffee. You make sure nobody gets in their way. You keep everything smooth and make that coffee. Extra foam, please. 1 cream. Don't talk too much, Booty. And that's what happened. But Booty sent out a vicious email saying, we're going to put him out of business. And they said, whoa, Booty, clap those cheeks. But Matt Booty spilling the shit. He's shitting up the place. Can't believe it, Booty. Booty crabbing. Yeah, snake oil Booty. But yeah, he's supposed to just wake up and make sure nothing gets in Bonnie's way. Now Bonnie's gone. I don't know what Booty does now, but like make sure nothing gets in their way. But Booty, he's sending some emails. I'm sure Phil went over there and he was like, saw that email in 2019 and he sees it coming up in the documents. And Phil went over to Booty's desk and he's like, Booty. Get over here, Booty. He goes, get over here, Booty. We got to talk. Booty's like,
Shit.
Booty had handprints on his head. Oh, Booty, Phil, take it easy on Booty. Jesus, Phil, you're supposed to be a nice guy. Oh, my God. 2019, Booty, really? Oh, my God. Oh, viciousness. But Phil's a nice guy, though. He's a nice guy. One more. Oh, he's not done. Jesus, Phil, stop. Take it easy on Booty. Take it easy. Take it easy. My God. Jeez. My God, Phil. You're supposed to be a nice guy. Phil's like, you're messing up this deal, Booty. That's what happened yesterday. Man, it was viciousness. The screams they said they heard coming out of Booty's corner office were of deafening ears, they said. Jesus, Phil, leave him alone. Enough. Let Booty live. Booty, you okay? Phil, Booty, are you okay? He's still breathing, everybody. Booty's all right. He's still breathing. Everybody. We checked in on him. He's okay. He's still doing his job. He's good. Woo. But yeah, so this adds some drama because, again, Kumbaya Phil and everybody coming around saying, oh, yeah, we're just paying $7 billion, $70 billion just to keep everything status quo, right? We're just spending all this money just to make every Activision and to do the same thing. We don't care. Just like we did with Bethesda. We spent $7 billion and we told Bethesda, you could put your games everywhere. Oh, no. No, they didn't. They bought Bethesda and said, stop making those PlayStation versions.
End of the line.
Yeah, that's what they did. So, yeah, and that's something that the FTC is focusing on is that, you bought Bethesda and you started squandering exclusive games here. And you said you had no incentive to do that because these games it wouldn't be feasible to put them on yours. And they lied. So now people are saying you're going to do that with Activision. They're like, no, we're keeping everything everywhere. Well, there's some intent here. Statement. It could be internal, whatever it is, but there is an intent that they want to leverage. Listen, I've said this all before, and Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan coming in here, he came in.
Where's the line?
He's coming in here to the FTC thing, and he's like, it's a raw deal.
It's raw,
Jim
Melissa.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, chef.
It's raw.
He's like, FTC, it's raw.
It's raw, Melissa.
Yes, chef.
He's coming in there. It's raw. Because listen, $7 billion, right? $70 billion. I'm going to give you an example right here. Over to it. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Share it out. Here we go. Give some examples. Phil Spencer says, little Phil Spencer playing on a playground. Here's a story time for you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do the narrator telling you the story.
This is a story of Phil Spencer on the playground. So, back in the day, Phil Spencer lived next to a basketball court. And he wanted to buy the only basketball in town. And said when he bought this basketball, he would share it with all his friends. Every day, Phil Spencer will take his basketball and be at the playground at 3 o'clock. Well, he was doing that for a while. As we watch, Phil Spencer played within the ball with everyone. everyone came around to play with Phil Spencer's basketball at 3 o'clock every day. He said, see, you let me buy the game ball, and we all play. Every day at 3 o'clock, I guarantee it. Well, as the story goes, Phil Spencer started getting slammed on, losing games, not getting the ball passed to him. And what happened? Phil Spencer stopped showing up at 3 o'clock. He came later, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. As we watched this story of Phil Spencer, he stopped coming to the game. And one day, as it said, Phil Spencer said, I don't want to play anymore.
You're my number one customer.
I'm getting dunked on. I am losing. I don't want to play. I'm taking my ball and going home. And then all the children of the playground could not play basketball because Phil Spencer took home the game ball.
That was story time. What a story. But why? 10 years, I promise. You've seen how many times Microsoft has pivoted. They talked about cloud, now they talk about AI. They talked about VR, and now no more VR. They talked about power, and now it's about the S. They pivot all the time. They talked about Connect, and now it's not Connect. They talk about all this stuff that they're bringing you, and it all goes out the door. You telling me that Phil Spencer owning the game ball, once they start losing, once they just say, hey, our strategy is dried up, they have the game ball. They have the leverage. They could take it whenever they want. They can be like, you know what? Yeah, this year we're not releasing a Call of Duty. Why? Man, because whatever. And now people that depend on that game are not getting it. And that's why they don't want to give Microsoft this great power, because they have not demonstrated they show proper responsibility. Give them all this IP. Give them all this third-party exclusivity. What are they going to do with it? They're going to leverage it. And I don't care what you're saying, 10 years this, 10 years that. Dude, they are doing this to leverage those IPs and that game and cloud and the future. That's what they're doing. They are doing this to leverage these IPs. They're not spending $70 billion because they just want just to whatever. No. They will leverage this in ways that we probably can't even foresee. But the fact is that by giving them that power, they have the power to change the game and leverage it. And that's why Sony and Google and other people are not very keen on. That's a lot of IP, and the biggest franchise known to gaming, right? Like in multiplayer gaming. Why do we give it to one console developer? Oh, they'll put it everywhere, but guess what? That's their decision. How, where, what they put in, that's all up to them. There's no negotiation. There's no offering on the table. There's no transparency. It is a first-party company owning this stuff. So the reason why Sony and all those other companies have problems with it is because they don't want them to have it. And Microsoft has yet to make a valid case as to why. Is Bethesda better under Microsoft? Have the stuff that they have purchased flourished because they're owned by them? Has Bethesda leveraged the console? Have you seen as a gamer the benefits of Microsoft owning Bethesda? Redfall, were they able to leverage their console because they're a first-party developer? No. Were they able to leverage the console because they have the inside transparency of being a first-party developer with Starfield? No, we're locking in at 30, and that's the way it is. And, it's not even at 4K, and it's not even in 30. It drops to 21 frames, and, during combat, and, it could be a GPU issue, not a CPU that everybody's trying to make excuses for. But they have not demonstrated responsibility with what they have already, which was a lot. They did a lot since 2018. And we have yet to see the fruits of that labor, those purchases. Hellblade, Wood, it keeps getting downgraded. Wood's going on. Compulsion, tell us about a game 6 years later. What's up, DeFloyd? You can't say just let them buy everything. Because they have yet to show that. And the thing is that what does it benefit us that they get Activision? Because it's not benefiting anybody that they own Bethesda. And look at this. It's going to lead right into Game Pass pricing. Maybe now they bought Bethesda, they had to increase the price. Uh-oh. Timing seems pretty accurate. Ding, ding, ding. So, yeah. At the time, Game Pass was $1. Wow, I get Starfield for $1. Yeah, that stuff stopped last year. Now it's time to pay the piper. The free trials are over. The little taste is done. You got your sample. Now it's time to pay Phil Ness. The Claymores for $5. He goes, Series S trailer was set to private on the Xbox channel. Likely because it's full of lies. Native 4K. Really, Claymores? The Series S, the double downer on booster. Argumental. I don't know if I said that right. Game Pass price increase is justified thanks to the Game of the Millennium Redfall. Exactly. Pay more. $70. They got you. Thank you. VIP grinders in the house. But the thing is has Microsoft demonstrated proper responsibility? And you see this. And the reason why I bring up the Bethesda thing is because they're really leaning onto that with the FTC saying that, how do we know that you're not going to do the same thing with Activision that you did with Bethesda games? Because you held on to that Starfield exclusivity and this and that. You didn't tell everybody until the deal was done. So how are you going to prove this? And the CMA's issue was even if Microsoft is putting their stuff everywhere, it's still Microsoft's decision on how and what they put over there. So they definitely can control, they can leverage that in such ways that they can manipulate the future of cloud based off of this. A new contender comes up for cloud. Well, Microsoft's like, well, we already gave Nvidia 10 years. We gave Nintendo 10 years. We're not going to give you PlayStation with your new exclusive cloud. We're not giving you 10 years. Or Apple, here comes their cloud. We're not giving you 10 years. Well, what happens? Microsoft makes a decision who gets the 10 years and who doesn't. Right there is your evidence that they're playing with their game ball and they could do whatever they want with their game ball. And trust me, it is competition. Yes, they want to leverage it. And what's crazy, people like the True Virgils and the friends that we have here that are Xbox fans, let me tell you something. What's crazy is they don't have to. What's so frustrating is that if you are a real Xbox fan, I don't know if you are, but you damn well know they didn't need to do any of this to bring you Gears of War. They didn't need to do any of this.
You're my number one customer.
For you to play Titanfall exclusively on Xbox One. They didn't need to do any of this to bring you Mass Effect, to bring you BioShock. They weren't buying 2K. They weren't buying Epic. They didn't have to do any of this stuff. If you are a real Xbox fan, you would say, they didn't have to do this for me to play Gears 1, 2, and 3. They didn't even have to sign a goddamn acquisition form at all. if you are a real Xbox fan. Titanfall, they wanted Microsoft to buy Respawn, and Phil said, no, I don't need to. We have his quote right here. Phil, buy Respawn, get Titanfall. And look what he says. Listen, Xbox fans, true Xbox fans.
Turn 10 and how we started Forza. And they've turned into a great racing studio that does an amazing job. And I know it takes a little bit longer, and maybe people like the quick, hey, why don't you just go buy this studio and bring them in? And we're completely open to that. Microsoft has the money. I have the green light.
He has the green light.
Terms to go and acquire studios. Again, I just think it's the goal for us is to bring the best games to the platform. And if a studio wants to maintain its independence but work with a first party, I think that's fine. And the game, I think it's great, actually. And I think our ability to partner with those people and bring the best games to our platform is as strong as it would be if they were owned by us.
Right. There you go.
Ready to back.
If we just partner to bring great games to the platform, we don't need, that's just as good as if they're owned by us. We don't need to own them to do this. That's him right there. True Xbox fan, listen. They did not need to do this. So you need to sit here and go, what the hell are we looking at legal documents for? And this is the second big publisher they want to buy. They worked with Call of Duty that entire 360 generation and got map packs a month before PlayStation did. Xbox worked with Activision for years, holding map packs exclusively. Did they need to buy Activision? Did they need to have Kodak sign some deal? Did they need the FTC for that? Did they need the CMA? No. They just made a deal to bring you, the Xbox fan, the content that you deserve, the content that you expect, the content that you should get as a first-class console owner. That's what they did. They did their job. Nobody asks this question. All these true Xbox fans sit here and cap for this stupid deal. And if you were a real Xbox fan with the 360, the Xbox One, up until today, you would know that this is all horse shit. This is all a waste of time, and you have to scratch your head and go, why are they even doing this? Why? We got legal documents. We got people tweeting out courtroom documents and reading emails and all this stuff for what? You don't need this. You don't. And the Xbox that I loved is gone. I don't like this Xbox. This is bull. This is all smoke and mirrors, catering to just ignorant people. And they think that we're ignorant. And that's what I don't like about it. And that's why I talk about it. Because I feel like they think that we don't no clue what they're doing. Oh, I'm Phil Spencer, the nice guy. I'll take you out to dinner. I'm one happy gamer now. When we all play, we all win. Meanwhile, you see the dirt. Matt Booty saying we want to take out Sony. Phil Spencer saying I want Starfield exclusive. Meanwhile, I want my games everywhere. Which is it, Phil? Which is it? What is it? You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Is it games for everybody, or is it games just for you the way you want to have it? And that's why these emails, these things like this really stir up shit, because it's counter to what they're saying. They're coming in here like the Dalai Lama, the hero of gaming. Dude, we don't need to be rescued by a zero hero right now. We don't need Phil Spencer to rescue gaming. Nintendo and Sony, we're all doing fine. You're the one that's struggling. You're the one that can't deal with it. You're the one that doesn't weigh. And meanwhile, instead of worrying about the 2 billion people that don't care about Xbox, you should be worried about the 40 million that do. And you destroyed your Halo franchise. You destroyed it. You internally combusted and killed your own franchises in exploration to some dude, little Timmy, on a cell phone somewhere where he could get 3G coverage. That's what you did. You worried about little Timmy playing 3G over the cloud with some strap onto his phone instead of worrying about the 40 or 50 million people that spent $500 to buy your platform and to play the games that they grew up playing and the franchises they love, such as Halo. Instead, you pander to those people by grabbing ass, tattooing them, True Virgil knows. He got a bunch of them. 12 teraflops right on his ass. You do that. You pander to them. Pretend. Give them jerseys. Give them couch coverages. Send them care packages. Send them to Budapest to fly around for DLC. Oh, we hear about you. Hold the line. What do you think that is? You really think he really cares? No, he's like, let me wear some community's t-shirt, and then I could show that I'm in like the cool dads. That's what Aaron Greenberg's doing. He's pandering to you. He's like, oh, let me wear the Colt Eastwood autograph the shirt to look like I'm one of them. I'm one of the community dudes. It's all pandering. It's all PR. It's all marketing. It's mocking to the true fan, because they really cared, it will be about the games. They'll be delivering you quality. He's been talking about quality since 2019, and he hasn't delivered shit. He's delivered apologies for Halo. Season 4 of Halo right now, Xbox fans, is now 4 months. What happened to seasonality at 3 months? You only made it for one season? You hyped up seasonality since Season 2 was 6 months, and Season 1 was 6 months. Now, Season 3 was 3 months, so like, we're back on track. And all of a sudden now, Season 4, we're not doing the story anymore in multiplayer. CGI, we got to do something else now. I don't know how much resourcing that was taken. But now Season 4 is 4 months. What happened? We lost our seasonality. You only give it to us 1 month while you're hyping it up? Now we're done. Halo's going to be developed by some dudes that Dahlia Studios are going to be making Halo games. They're going to have Halo runner. You see what happens when they take Master Chief and they give their own spin to it. He runs around butt-ass naked on a TV show. That's what happens. That's what happens when Microsoft doesn't have control over their IP and they let goddamn somebody, Paramount Plus, Master Chief, run around with his bare ass. That's what happens when you don't care about your IP. When you care about your IP, you get Last of Us on HBO Max. That's what you get. When you care about your IP, you get Mario Brothers, the movie. That's what happens. But when you don't care about your IP, you don't care about the 50 million that bought your stuff. You pander to them. And because you pander to them, you mock them. Because you're not giving them what they want. They want the games. But you don't do it. Instead, you give them the I'm sorries, pats on the back, and access to your goddamn rooftop parties. Meanwhile, Sony shuts the hell up, takes that ugly-ass Jim Good and Ramsey Ryan, put his old ass away somewhere, Herman Holtz is on his friggin' yacht, and deliver me goddamn games. And that's it. I don't want to hear about it. Give me those exclusive deals, do it. I don't need to read legal documents from Sony. Why Final Fantasy is coming out in 2 days? No. Sony didn't have to go buy Square to give you Final Fantasy. Guess what? As the gamers, we don't, as PlayStation gamers with Final Fantasy, we don't need to look at FTC documents to wonder why Final Fantasy is coming to the PlayStation exclusively in 2 days. No. Sony don't let us deal with that shit because guess what, guys? Gamers,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
we don't have time for that. Give me the friggin' games that I'm going to play. That's it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sony wasn't handing you 20 legal documents. Oh, this is why Final Fantasy will be on PlayStation, but only for a few months, because we promised that everybody will play Final... Bullshit. They made the deal. They got it here. Done. You don't need no goddamn Floridian hanging out of the CMA to figure out if a game's coming to their console or not. You don't need it. Silent Hill 2 coming to PlayStation. Why? Well, because they got it. Did they have to go buy Konami for it? Did they have to sign 20 legal documents? Did we have to see court dates? That what Xbox fans have been doing? Court dates and legal documents and all this other stuff? Nope. Silent Hill is just coming. And that grinds your gears as Xbox fans. You're like, but why did Sony getting yelled at by the CMA? How can Sony get exclusives? Because you want to know why. Sony's just doing a contractual deal with the company and they're signing and putting a game there. They're not trying to buy their entire staff, janitors included, and own the whole goddamn company just to bring you games. They don't need to. And Microsoft could do the same thing. But you will never ask why they won't. You will just sit here and eat up that Phil Ness bull. And never just say, well, why can't you just get a game for us, man? Why do we need to buy everybody in order to get something? If Game Pass is so great, why don't they just put it in Game Pass? You say Game Pass is wonderful. It's making you money. It's making everybody money. Developers love Game Pass. If they love it so much, then why are the games not there? Why is Mortal Kombat not there? Why? True Virgil, you putting those same words on Final Fantasy 7 as well? Because remember, everybody thought that was going into PlayStation, that was going to go to Xbox in a year. Yeah, don't hold your breath. But nobody's going to ask that question. Said they're going to love Phil. Well, the documents show that Microsoft still sees PlayStation as competition in 2019. There you go. So, hypocrisy at its best. And guess what, guys? There's going to be some more good stuff coming from this thing. Microsoft documents. They're protecting. See, I love it because they thought they were going to have a walk in the park. Microsoft thought they were going to go walk in the park and they were just going to buy them, just like Bethesda. And they were just going to say, we'll put it everywhere. Well, we'll do this. Nah. They didn't think anybody was going to look their way. Like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, we'll keep everything the same. Sony agreed. They thought they were going to walk in the park. And now that Sony, CMA, the FTC all pushing back, oh, it's going to bring up that oil. That oil's going to float to the top, and we're going to see all the dirt, all the true business of what they want to do. It's going to be glorious, and we're going to be there for the ride, grinders. Oh, yeah, because they thought they were just going to go mosey on through. We got the money. We got the green light. Woohoo! They don't know who Call of Duty is. Woohoo! Just like Bethesda, we said it will be no reason to do it. They thought they were going to walk through the park and just be a signed deal. You don't mess with regulatory agencies. And I'm impressed that they're all pushing back because it shows that they know they're aware of the gaming impact of this. Who knows? I'm surprised. I thought they were going to be just as ignorant as anybody else. Like, okay, yeah, sign Call of Duty. I don't know who's Call of Duty, but nah, they're really looking into it, and I applaud them on it because I thought they were going to walk through a park, and I bet you Microsoft did as well. I thought Microsoft thought they were just going to be like, hey, they don't know Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty. Remember Microsoft's initial thing was like, Call of Duty's not that big. It's not that big anymore. Yeah, it's not that big. Oh, yeah, Call of Duty didn't do that. Who that? Who the Call of Duty? We want Crash. We don't want Call of Duty. Yeah, What's up, Nassim? Hit that like button, grinders. Yeah. They try to downplay Call of Duty, remember? No, who? Guns? What guns? Who? What guns? Who? Call of Duty? Yeah. And then it said, no. You're not fooling us. Call of Duty sells like bangers over here. What are you talking about? No. I love it. Dig up all the dirt because they're hypocrites. They're not coming here to save gaming, kumbaya, dude. No way. They're in it for the business. It is business. Just say so. Stop trying to fake it and pander to everybody going, no, we're for everybody. No, you're not. You're for yourself. And you suck so much that you need to depend on your competition for you to succeed. That's the sad part. You don't even have the balls to work independently and own yourself and be the big Microsoft that you can be and be what you can do and get great games and get back into it just like you started from scratch with the Xbox original and you scratched your way with the 360 and did dirty deals and did good stuff to bring content to the platform. And that brought customers to the platform. That's what you need to do. You went from zero to established with the 360. And you carry that leverage into the early Xbox One. And then in 2016, you lost us all. Because you kept your eye off the prize. Your eye was off the prize. You had it. You could gain back. Just make great games. And now that's in 2016. Now 2023, you're just like,
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true.
That's what you turned into. You took your eye off the prize, dude. And now you're a fish out of water gasping for breath, saying things like,
Oh no! We suck again!
And so everything that
stuttering
we're
your
doing
ass.
with our content, with our
who?
cloud, and
And then I think what's funny is that there was clarification on this, that they updated it, and Microsoft's like, well, no. That was sent in, they sent that email in 2019. That was before we bought Activision. You went to approach Activision the end of 2020, right? I'm sure there were talks about acquiring Activision and how you can do, what you can do to get back in the game. I'm sure there were talks about that. So don't tell me, oh, but this is before we invested in Activision. Oh, really? Phil just woke up and said, let me buy Activision? Uh-huh. They had a plan, exactly, Josh. They had a strategy. You don't just wake up in the morning saying, you want my cup of coffee, and he's drinking it going, you know what? I'm going to buy Activision today. They were called grabbing ass. I'm going to go buy them. No. There's a lot of levels that probably need to talk. And whatever fight Booty had in 2019, I'm sure is long gone now. Now he's a puppet. Maybe Booty had some leverage in 2019. I don't know. But now, Booty's Phil's puppet right now. He don't do anything. There's the studio heads that he manages are all gone. The 343 is a shell. Phil says he's overpaid. But he will be overpaid because he's going to be taking your money. What? Your money? But I heard Gamepass won't be increasing its price after the ABK merger, says Microsoft. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just make that title because I'm making clickbait? Oh, am I? Am I just clickbaiting you? Microsoft just told us they're not increasing their price. And when you're going to say, oh, yeah, but that was last year. No, know what? Dude. It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Did I just make a boo-boo? Am I misreading something? The date was 2 days ago, Leech. 2 days ago. Huh? You think I would really do that to you as a clickbait article? You think I would clickbait you on this one? Just 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
And if he believed that, he also believed there are Richard Simmons Jr.'s running around.
2 days ago, Microsoft says they will not increase the price even after the Activision deal. The documents say, in the defense of the FTCs, that Microsoft lawyers have said they will not increase the price to the FTC. Planned on the acquisition just 2 days ago. They said we will not increase the price. And now, where are we? What? Just 2 days later?
Oh, and second us too.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just 2 days ago, man, that aged like milk bought outside at 100 degrees. Man, oh man. They are hiking the price of not only Game Pass, they're increasing the price of the Series X. The Series X. What are we doing here? What the hell's going on?
Hold on.
Okay.
2
Holy
days.
Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit,
Sorry,
activate.
Aunt.
Activate.
Sorry, Aunt. Oh, man. Sorry about that. We got a big super chat here from JX Gundam. He goes, Jez, Microsoft's true colors are being revealed, and the bot's only thing to counteract is to downplay Final Fantasy 16, saying it's an 88 mid. Oh, it won't beat Zelda. Hopefully Phil Slurpee is good. Dude, they are scrambling, man. Their last reviewed game is goddamn Redfall. They wish they got an 88. They don't even know what those numbers look like. They're down over there in the 55s and the 69s. Pause. That's all they are. Thank you, JX Gaming. That's what they're doing right now. The last game they could look at is Redfall. Now they got to make excuses for 30 frames a second now from now until September. 30s is good. 30's good. 120, we're going to beat you, PlayStation. 30's good. Dude, I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Watching Xbox fans is like this year, like these Xbox fans, not like the real ones. I mean like these Xbox fans, they are like when you lift up a rock and they're above the ants, they don't know what the hell's going on, and they're all squirming around. Ooh, that's exactly what they are because they have no direction. They're capping for 120 frames one day, and now they're defending 30 frames. They're screaming at Redfall for not having 60 frames at launch, but then letting me know that 30 frames will be forever in Starfield is okay. It's hilarious. They have no backbone. They are boneless, they are weak, and they are floppy. And that's the way Phil likes them. So he could tattoo them extra good. He can mark them and brand them. Brand that ass. Get Booty in there and slap him around sometimes. So what happened here? Microsoft is increasing the price. So apparently here the price increases. Price increases. So breaking today, after just 2 days ago, we won't increase our price, says the lawyers in the documents. We won't. Actually, it was right here. We will not increase our prices. It was in the documents. Now, they're increasing it. So, the Series X prices in most countries, now, apart from the US, Japan, Chile, and Brazil, and Colombia, the Xbox is increasing a monthly price of Game Pass. So, it's increasing its prices of the Xbox. So, the Xbox Series X, the Series X now, not the Series S, which is getting $350 version in September. They're increasing their price. Because remember, they were increasing their price in India last year. Remember, everybody went flipped out when PlayStation increased its price? Now Microsoft is increasing their prices, right? So the X is getting only the X, not the S. It's going from announced, the Xbox Series X moving from $479 in the UK, $550 across European markets, Canadian $650 in Canada, and Australia $799 starting August 1st. The Series S will not be adjusted in any of the markets, remaining at $299. Yeah, because they're coming out with a $350 one. That's why. But Sony increases prices as well for the hardware. I just think it's interesting that Microsoft's not increasing the price of the S now. But I wonder what that... But they increased the price of the S technically because now the S is $350 because they're probably going to take the other one gone. That other one, the $299 S, is the white one is probably on clearance because they're going to make way for the $350 one. So basically they increased the price of the S across the board. But increasing the price of the Series X, right? But that's not really the news. Because that really doesn't affect us. And that's, shipping and taxes and all that stuff. I feel bad for those people that have to pay more money. I'll tell you right now, if you're listening, don't buy it. It's not worth the extra price increase until they deliver some goddamn games that are worth a damn to show in the 12 teraflops. Because right now, apparently, that is not even their priority anymore. So, advice for everybody that's in those regions here that's listening in the Grindhouse, do not buy a Series X. Because according to Microsoft, their Series S is their next-gen console. That's the focus. And the X is just there to be there. That's not their priority. And you can see that in the quality of games and the prioritization of modes that they do not put into the X. So you see that is not their priority, so I would not suggest that you pay more money for it. That's a grindhouse advice right there. But what is happening is that Game Pass, you know.
Oh, and second us too. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes.
Oh, baby.
And they're all on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. Game Pass is going up in prices. Get your prices. Is that the prices right now? What is it going up to? Oh, sorry. That sucks. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and Game Pass for console. Listen, you guys that said we are being treated like second-class citizens, well, guess what? I got news for you. You are.
Take a look at this. Brutus, this is incredible. What a package.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
It's over. Look, you are treated like second-class citizens. But guess what, grinders? Just like a second-class citizen, you are getting the increased price. Guess who's not? Xbox Game Pass on PC stays at a glorious $9.99. Oh, damn. What do you think about that?
End of the line.
Are we holding the line still?
End of the line. End of the line. End of the line.
Build a great Project Scarlet. I want people to feel like they can have amazing console experiences they've never seen before, and that they've got the best lineup of content and services of any platform out there. And we're totally focused on that. And I know we have other things going with like coming to PC and xCloud, but I'll say that being a leader in console is something that the team is committed to doing. And we're not building this program to try to aim for second place. We were going to build it aiming for first place, and that's what I want to hit.
Well, second class, all right, yeah. So the Xbox Game Pass for console is getting an increase from $9.99 to $10.99, and Game Pass Ultimate is going from $14.99 to $16.99, a $2 increase per month for Game Pass Ultimate, and a $1 increase for Game Pass on console. But Xbox on PC, where Phil said, what was that, Phil? I think let's have, I think we have the answer right here, grinders. Hit that like button. I think we have the answer right here as to why they're not touching the price on PC. Game Pass. It's still staying $10. They're not increasing it on PC. Let's hear why.
Business, we have to look at the return on our business, the cost of the business. We've held price on our console. We've held price on games for us and our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things. But going into this holiday, we thought it was really important that we maintain the prices that we have because we think, as you said, consumer.
Oh, okay. But maybe why, Phil?
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more, since that's a big bet for Microsoft.
He was
How
promising.
many subscribers do we have now? And it does seem like a really good deal for the consumer, but what about the Microsoft investor? How is this a moneymaker for Microsoft?
Our last public number was 25 million subscribers that we've talked about.
We get an update?
Not right here, but we did talk about growth on PC. So our Game Pass subscription, not expecting everybody's following the video game market, is available on gaming consoles and on personal computers. And you can subscribe in both places. We're seeing incredible growth on PC. I think Satya Nadella, in our earnings yesterday, the CEO of Microsoft talked about, I think, 130, 140% year-over-year growth on PC, which is really where we're focused. On console, I've seen growth slow down on Game Pass, mainly because at some point you've just reached everybody on console who wants to subscribe. And we don't see subscription, unlike some other forms of media that have really moved almost solely to a subscription business. today, Game Pass as an overall part of our content and service revenue.
So growth on PC is where they're looking
I
at.
don't think it gets bigger than that. I think.
So they kept the PC price down at $10, which is the best value, I would say, if you have a PC, just to do the $10 one. Because guess what? The reason why they finesse you is because now, if you pay $10.99 for the Game Pass on console, you still can't play online. So all those games that you get, like games like Redfall that everybody wants, you can't play Redfall online if you just get Game Pass for console. You need Game Pass Ultimate. See, because they still have that Xbox Live in there. And you know what? Let's go take a visit to this. Because now people go, oh, it's only $2. It's only $1. But wait, grinders, we're not done. See, this is where you get this stuff from here, because nobody else is going to talk about this like this. Watch. It's just $2. Okay. Well, $2, you say. Here they are. What? Microsoft, where are you? Why would it do this? Hold on. There it is. It reset. So, the hell's it doing? I just hit the button and it went away. Why want to do that? Hold on. Is it down here? Here it is. Here's your prices, right? Okay. So this is what I mean. On console, this is going up to 10. Right? This is going up $1. That's now $12 a month. $12 a year. Right? $12 a year now for this. Your Game Pass Ultimate is going up $2. That's $24. But see, the difference is look, Xbox Gold, a $10 value is put into Ultimate. So even if you do not care about cloud gaming, even if you do not have a PC, you still need Ultimate on console because you cannot play online. So this going up to $10 is really robbery right now because you can't play any online games with just this column right here. You cannot play any online games. You need Ultimate. So you need to pay $17 a month in order to play. So you see the finesse. Do you see the finesse here? This has always been there since the inception of Game Pass. I said this is a problem. They needed to do, if they were going to, and I said this in my preview of my anticipation changes for this year, I thought Microsoft was going to readjust this because it is definitely a mess. Like, I thought Microsoft was going to do like what Sony did last year and kind of kind of line up things with their price increase. And did they? Nope. Instead, Microsoft just increased the price for the hell of it and didn't even adjust this stuff to make sense. I said this. I said Microsoft was going to pivot and change Game Pass and get rid of this gold requirement and put it in the base console. No, they're not going to. So even if you do not want to stream, even if you do not have a PC, because guess what? 1/4 of Ultimate is garbage. You know, one of the things that I used to do when I had my Xbox, when I was like big into Xbox and had PlayStation, I was like, PlayStation Plus with their game library was interesting. The problem, though, was that if you didn't own a Vita and if you didn't own a PS3 at the time, you were missing out on, you weren't getting the full value. Mr. Tennis, I am covering that. That is the big deal right there, too. Thank you. But you didn't get the full value. You paid the same price, $10 a month for PlayStation Plus collection, but you got only on the consoles that you owned. You only owned a PS4 or a PS4. If you didn't own a Vita or a PS3, some of the value of that subscription would be hurt. If you didn't own a Vita, you're getting free games on a Vita, but you don't have a Vita. Well, it's nice if I get one. Same thing goes for Ultimate. If you don't have a gaming PC, a value of Ultimate right here is gone. If you do not want to stream games and you are really against that stuff, a value of Ultimate is gone. Especially the PC thing. If you don't have a capable PC, then part of that Ultimate is not worth it. The only value you have as a console, that's why this one has to go. Because this thing for $10 now that's going to go up to $11, you can't play online. You can't play Gears of War. You can't play Sea of Thieves. You can't play Redfall. You can't play those games with this service. You don't have Xbox Live. You need Ultimate because Ultimate includes gold. Phil Ness at its finest. This is a wash. However, this one is not changing. This one is not going up in price. PC Game Pass stays at $10 a month, and you don't need online. You don't need gold. You play for free. So I could pay $10 a month and play Gears 5 online. Console is going to pay $10.99 a month and can't play Gears online. You need Ultimate on console if you want to play online. And of the library that they give you, any game that has multiplayer, you can't play. If you just say, I'm paying $10.99 now, the new price of this one, I want to play some Sea of Thieves, you can't. So any multiplayer game only that's in the service and not free to play, you cannot play without having Ultimate on console. So who is second class? Who is getting the shaft? Same people saying Jim Ryan wanted more money for $70 is really looking here now going, oh, it's only $1. Really? Dude, they're manipulating the hell out of you. And they've been doing this. This has been the argument. What's crazy is now they're increasing the price, making this even worse. And they're leaving the PC dudes alone. The PC one is the one that should be paying more money because they're the ones not paying for gold. And by the way, grinders, have you seen games with gold? Have you seen games with gold over the last decade? You've seen the games they give him with gold, so that's not even worth it either. It solely is to play online. It's not for the games they're giving you. It's not. So it's robbery. It's finesse. It's manipulating. It's forcing you to get the bigger one, and they're going to get you $17. Now, just when you think you're beat up, you're down, I'm not done beating, stomping you out yet. $2 a month. Let's talk. $2 a month. PC being treated like the first-class citizens as they should. Now, this is going up to $17 a month. That's $2 a month. Grinders. That's $24 extra a year. Now, that puts you at $180 plus now $24. You are at $204 for a year of Game Pass Ultimate. $204. And what everybody's been saying in the chat, except the smart ones, I mean, there is no annual discount for Game Pass. What you see is what you get. Now, akin to PlayStation, PlayStation has a yearly discount. So we're at, for Game Pass Ultimate, $204 a year. There is no annual discount. However, Sony's top tier has an annual discount of $120 a year. That is just about shy of $90 price difference of Microsoft's Ultimate versus Sony's technically Ultimate. You see the discount here? Instead of paying $204, or this is even more, this is like $200, this is actually $18 a month for Sony. Sony's $1 more than that. So you're paying $220-something. But they actually take off $100 if you bought it for a year. There's no annual discount for Game Pass. You can't buy a 1 year of Game Pass. You have to subscribe in increments of quarterly, of 3 months, or 1 month. So they got you. They want you they want you to milk that. Because it makes no sense. If they really wanted retention, you would lock them in for a discounted 1 year and don't worry about it. But instead, they want people to pay per month. They want people to pay per 3 months. That's all they offer. I think there's been rare 6-month out there. But it's just the same price. There's no discount to it. They even, and what's crazy is that reverted it. Because actually, the 360 Xbox Game Gold was $10 a month, but I always paid a year for $60, which was a discount of almost half. They had an annual discount for Gold. It was $50, then was $60. There is no annual discount for Game Pass, Ultimate, any of them. You got to pay per month. Sony drops the price. Now, if you look at Sony's second tier, this one's the one extra, is the one that's akin to Game Pass, because this doesn't have the classic games, which Sony, I think, has to do a better job on. It doesn't have the game trials. This one is like their Game Pass competitor. They're sitting there, first off, now $1 cheaper than Microsoft now, and over $100 cheaper for the year than Microsoft. Microsoft priced them out they just priced themselves out of the goddamn subscription competition. $100 for PlayStation Plus Extra. $100. And thank you, Chris Coleman. Welcome to the Grindhouse, Chris Coleman. Yes. Just last week, all these prices here were discounted. You could get the $120 one for this one here. This is what I did, and you could stack them. You could get the $120 one on discount for $86. They do it every year. Days of PlayStation. And they'll do it again at the end of the year for the holidays, Black Friday sales. They will put a discount, a 10%, 20% discount on these yearly prices. That's astronomical value when you want to pocket watch and count money, because that's what seems like every Xbox dude now turned into a goddamn accountant and a lawyer. You want to count dollars? I just showed you the deals of the century right now. And then to compound that, Microsoft didn't even add more value to it. Sony now added, just in this anniversary right now, they basically added now they're going to do PlayStation 5 streaming to this. So they're adding stuff to the premium tier. So you could like try a game out before you download it. That's how they're using the cloud. $100. Virtual Dan, exactly. $100. There is no discount deal for Game Pass. There isn't. There's no annual deal. You got to pay per month, and that's how you get screwed. And every subscription company does an annual deal. Spotify, Amazon, everybody does it. You could pay per month and pay more, or you could just buy the deal and get like a 20% discount. Sony's here taking $180 value and giving it to you for $100. What's up, Swedish King? How you doing? And Microsoft now is charging you $204 for a year of Game Pass Ultimate. You better have a PC and like cloud streaming. And if you need online. But value, dudes, what are you talking about? Where's those pocket watches? And we want to talk about day one games. Is Redfall worth $104? Is a game like Redfall coming out in your subscription justifying your day one? Is that it? And what other AAA games are coming day one besides Microsoft first party? Mortal Kombat coming your way? Street Fighter just can't dropped in Game Pass? Hogwarts Legacy dropped in Game Pass? No. So what AAA day one games are coming to Game Pass? Please, enlighten me. You mean Focus Entertainment games? Who else is doing it besides Microsoft? And Microsoft's giving you trash. Their games are not even up to quality for day one. Redfall's still waiting for 60 frames. So you're telling me now day one games is the deal? Well, Sony does day one games. They got day one games in there. They had all those indie games in day one. They put those games day one. They do them too. They do them too. Liza P is not a AAA. Oh, Liza P. Payday 3, holy shit. If you think those AAA, you better go walk off a cliff somewhere. Holy shit. Scorn, is that worth day one? Where's your Mortal Kombat coming in day one? Where's Mortal Kombat? I'll give you Wolong. Wolong was good. That was a good get. And you know what? Even now, AAA, but Turtles, I always said last year was a good get. I would say those. But listen, it's not that every first-party game a day MLB The Show. Yeah, that's the big one. And that's courtesy of Sony, too. But I'll say, like, you know, it's not, but is it really that much? Crossfire X, like, is that really justifying another $104? So you're making excuses why you shouldn't be paying equivalent to Sony stuff. You're saying all that stuff, Liza P, Scorn, all those games, Pentiment, Exoprimal, oh Jesus Christ. Those games, those are worth $104 more a year. So that is justifiable. Those big bangers there. Dude, nah. We played Exoprimal now, dude. Nah, those games are not it, dude. You get Mortal Kombats and Street Fighters. You start getting those kind of games in there. You get Hogwarts Legacy in there day one. Now you're talking about $100 more. All right? Now you're talking about $100 more. But then you try to put your first party in there, and you put your first party in Redfall. I don't think that's justifying that price increase, dude. I don't think so. And this price increase is happening for Microsoft pretty damn fast. Like, it is now happening in the recurring pricing won't, if you're a recurrent pricer, August 13th or September 13th in Germany. New Game Pass members will see the new prices immediately on July 6th. They're not messing around. There's no transition period, dude. In a few weeks, you're going to be paying more money. Well, first party's not bringing it, dude. That's the problem. I wish you could say on top of first party. Yes. I wish. But look at the first party they're doing. Redfall, Pentiment, like Hi-Fi Rush. No. And then Starfield's a big get. I agree. I think Starfield going in Game Pass is a huge thing. And Microsoft probably knows it. That's why they're jacking up the prices. Because they're not worth $70. Like Redfall was not worth no $70. And Forza, it's looking rough. And this is the weirdest thing because Forza was always their tent pole. And now Forza is looking like they're hiding it. Strange shit. But still, dude, the price going up, the quality is not matching the increase.
Number one customer.
That's the problem. The quality is not matching the increase. And the fact that Sony's offering this thing, and you want to talk about games? Let's do pull a Batman. You want nuts? Let's go nuts. First, I read JX Gundam with the $199. He goes, bro, subscriptions are dying off. Exactly, yeah. Jack up the price, we hit our cap. That's what he said. We grew, and now we got on people. Let's increase the price. Mooch was saying, I think Mooch was saying this 2 years ago, and people are like, Mooch, stop it. Shout out to Mooch, man. He was saying, it was like, guys, once they get you in the door, they're going to jack up the price. Yep, there we go. JX Gundam comes back, and he goes, got a question for you in the chat. Where does Microsoft go from here? Like, I don't see things getting better at all. Dude, I don't know. That's a good question, dude. I don't know where they go from here because they just cannot get out of their own way. I think the first thing they need to do is stop talking and put their money where their mouth is. That's the first thing they need to do. But they need to deliver quality games. And Phil said on his interview, if we just go make great games, nothing's going to change. Well, that doesn't give me confidence that they're going to go back and make some great games because they believe it's not going to change anything. They're already beaten down. They suck so bad, right? Yeah, they're.
Oh no, we suck again.
I don't know where they go. What they're trying to do right now is increase their speed of exiting the console space. The consoles are the cloud devices. The faster they can go to get to subscriptions and cloud, the faster they can get out of the losing business of console. They want to sell a cheap console like a stick, a cheap console for the homeowner, and they want to sell subscriptions for everybody else in cloud. That's what their goal is. And they're trying to go that route. That's why they're scooping up all these publishers, because they know they need the content in order to drive that vision. And they're not making it themselves. They got to buy it off the shelf. True Virgil. He goes, oh man. I can't put you any closer to Herman's nuts, True Virgil, but here you go. Thank you again for the super chat. He goes, Final Fantasy 16 is a mid-meta. Let's talk about that. A mid-meta. Dude, so if 88 is a mid-meta, True Virgil, please explain to me, what is Redfall sitting at like 50-something? What is that called? What is that called? Balls Deep or something like that? What is that one? If your standards of mid-meta is 88, then tell me what Redfall is, because you seem to hype that up, telling me that I haven't played enough of it. 2 hours was more than enough. So I need to know what the hell is your standards, because you hype up Redfall, and that is nowhere near mid. That is coming up the back door, balls deep. So I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you for the super chat anyway, for your foolishness. And for that, I won't let you leave here empty-handed, True Virgil. You are supporting the channel with the wonderful super chat, so I'm not going to just call you a fool and move on. You will get a tune for that super chat. Don't worry, True Virgil. I'll take care of you. Nobody walks away empty-handed here from the Gaming Grindhouse.
Sign me please, I will bend over and touch. My knees tell me it's better when we all play and make exclusive games and like. To my face, thank you, Phil.
Everyone wins here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Here we go, Microsoft. Here's the tunes. Oh man, True Verb's coming back. He goes, Sony paid for Meta to be biased for Xbox. Holy crap. True Virgil.
Give me your subs, give me your money with 4 games. It's all on Gamepass, Failpass is real, we need the company. Trust me, it's all on Gamepass, let me sign your backer.
There you go. Thank you, True Virgil. So everybody wants to talk about the games now. Yeah, we talked about the pricing. Hit the like button, Grinder. We talked about the price. We talked about the no annual.
You're my #1 customer.
Right? We talked about the no annual deal, and if you're a price watcher, Sony's deal is saving you over $100 compared to Xbox. But you want to know what? What is a gaming conversation without talking about what games are coming to those services? Right? We all know games are gold. Go back and watch videos. I'm not putting up that trash on my screen. But let's talk about what are you getting for the extra $2 a month? $17 a month, $204 a year for Game Pass. What are you getting? Well, let's see. You got Redfall, Ravenlock, Weird West, Shadowrun Trilogy. Only on PC, though, not on console. Remember, console's getting the price increase. PC isn't. So maybe Shadowrun don't count. FIFA, part of EA Access, which is only $30 a year. Okay, so EA Access games are $30, so I'll save you there over $200. I'll save you that, but just saying, if you're hyping up EA games, you could just get the EA games for $30 a year, $29.99, and you'll get all the EA games that are coming in here, and also you get the demos for 10 days before they come out. So I just saved you $200 right there. So if you're hyping up FIFA and Need for Speed coming to Game Pass, you could get that for $30 if that's all you're excited about. So I just saved you $200. Thank you. You're welcome. Here we go. Ghost Lore, Plan of Lana, Superland, 6 inches. Oh, shit, pause. Fall World Pioneers, Chicory, Railway Empire, Massive Chalice, Massive Suck. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And these games are leaving the service. My Friend Pedro. Oh, no. Floppy Nights, Lawn Simulator. Uh-oh, go out and mow a lawn, they just told you. They said summertime. You can mow your own lawn. You don't need the simulator anymore. So this is what came in May. But they had to be big for June, right? They had a showcase. They had to come with the big guns in June, right? Well, let's see what they came with in June. In June, they have come with Car Mechanic Simulator, Slayers X, The Big Con, Amnesia, Hypnospace, Outlaw, Rune Factory 4, Stacking, Need for Speed Unbound. Again, $30 on EA Play for the year. Doggone, The Bookwalker, Bramble, Fist, over a year and a half to 2 years later. From PlayStation exclusivity. Oh, no. Where are the CMA documents to get Fist exclusively? Yeah, there weren't. They just did it. Microsoft, take a hint. Story of Seasons. Wow. Those look like some goddamn $17 a month games. Holy shit. Man, oh man, that looks like some, I can't wait to throw my money at that one like a goddamn stripper on a Saturday. What the hell are we doing here?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
This is Game Pass quality here. What are we doing?
Activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
What is all this?
Activate.
These are passion projects, indie things? Well, this is what's coming to Game Pass, $17 a month. The big guns, they had a showcase. You know what? Let's go mosey on to see what PlayStation's giving you for the low price of $100 a year. All right, and $15, a dollar cheaper per month. Let's see what PlayStation's giving you. Well, first off, the deal that we didn't even talk about, PlayStation Essentials, PlayStation Plus, the basic, is giving you these 3 games for $60 a month. I just saved you $140 right there. Sony for $60 a year. Look at the game you're getting. You're getting NBA 2K23. Jurassic World Evolution 2. Trek to Yomi. For $60. $60. You don't need to go to school for this one. 60 is less than 204. 60 is less than 204. 60 is less than 204. These are so factual right now. The cops are coming. $60. And this is a weak one. I agree. Service-based game NBA 2K. But still, guess what, everybody? I've heard of these games. Oh, shit. Is that in shock? Wow, I actually heard of this stuff. I heard of these games. Did you hear of those other games I was reading to you? No. This is the $60 one. This is not even my point. Let's go see what is coming to PlayStation Celebration. Let's see. I just read you what was coming to June for Game Pass. That's $17 a month, $204 a year with no annual discount. Sony's service, now this one, is $100 a year. Could have got it for $84 if you bought it last week. And $1 cheaper per month. Let's read off these games coming to June and tell me how many of these you know. Because I just read off the Xbox ones. But I wouldn't even know any of those games. I fell over them. Let's listen to this one. Far Cry 6. Shredder's Revenge. That was in Game Pass, so I'll give them that. Rogue Legacy 2, Inscription, Solstice, Tacoma, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Killing Floor 2, Lonely Mountain, Vampire the Masquerade, that was also in Game Pass, I think, last year. 100 Days, Hat in Time, Forager, there's some shady stuff in here, too. Dodgeball Academia, The Wild at Heart, Red Out's good. Thief, old game. MX, ATV Legends, Paw Patrol, my friend Peppa the Pig's finally made its way. After that Xbox exclusivity, Peppa the Pig made its way finally. Jim Ryan said, I want Peppa and nothing else. DC Super Pets, Conan Exiles, Elix 2, and the Talos Principle. That is just in the basic version. Listen, I'm not saying go subscribe to subscriptions. This is an accessory. I owned Far Cry 6. I didn't like it. I returned it. I traded it in. But I downloaded it again to mess around with it. Turtles is good. But I'm not going to say these are incredible. But just they're known games. They're games that you're like, oh. And that's all the subscription is for me. It's more of like okay, cool. Interesting. I'm not out here wearing Game Pass pins and hugging Phil saying thank you for Game Pass and saving my children. But that's what happens with Xbox. When you become a Game Pass member, you're a cult member, and you got to cap for it every which way because it's the lifeblood of Xbox. Because without a Game Pass, Xbox would be even worse than what it is if you could think of it that low. And that's, unfortunately, Microsoft turned Game Pass into their crutch. And they're realizing that it wasn't a strong enough crutch, and that's why they are pivoting now. They're trying to go back to maybe trying to make you buy games again or doing some things like they're trying to finesse it now. Because they know subscriptions are drying up, PC's where it's at, and all this. Yeah, see, Microsoft's changing their tone. Meanwhile, it was Game Pass until the cats came home. Phil had the Game Pass jacket and all that other stuff. They banked on this. They made this thing bigger than what it was, and it wasn't delivering the content and quality that you were paying for. Now they're increasing it. This is what Game Pass subscriptions should be. This is what PlayStation's doing it. It's just, they put Ratchet and Clank in there. They put their legacy stuff. They had Spider-Man in there. It's just an accessory. It's not the lifeblood of PlayStation. PlayStation's still driving exclusivity with their games, their partnerships, and then also with their PSVR. This is just another way of getting games, which is fine. That's what it should be. And it should cost as such. It shouldn't be $204. It should be $100. Yeah. $80. It's the price of a game. That's the way I look at it. I'm like, yo, for a price of a special edition of a game, I'm getting access to all these games in case I want to try something out and play it. And games like Paw Patrol, games that are like $40, $50, dude, I could play those with my kids. That's great. Like when they're like want to play a game, I could download DC Light League and boom, it's there. It's a good babysitter as well. That's what subscription services mean to me. That's what they should be. They're an accessory to the main course. They should have never been the way of doing it. And Microsoft took their whole first party and threw it into the appetizers. And that's why you're getting their first party games playing and looking like appetizers. Because they threw everything into the buffet. Where Sony's like, no, we'll do hors d'oeuvres here, but you coming in here for the main course. Spider-Man 2, here it comes. That's what Sony's doing, and that's how it should be. Oh, and by the way, there's a photo booth over there to the show where you could do some VR too, actually, as well. Microsoft don't have that. But the thing is that they're hitting on every facet, and then they got some games on PC. That's what you hit at every single level, and you meet them with quality and expectations at each of those levels. Instead, Microsoft went balls deep in one path. One size fits all. Oh, Gears will work on a phone and this and that and the service. And look what happened. Halo, same way. Halo will work as a free-to-play game. It will be a service. And look what happened. They can't even keep the seasons. They can't even play the service for the service. They sold you a $60 Halo game in a Game Pass subscription that didn't have any more DLC coming to it and didn't have any co-op until a year later. That's what they did. They compromised the games for the service because that's what they did. Sony's not compromising these games. And this is what I said before. Some of these games were already in Game Pass. There you go. Stalemate. I said when Sony did this a year ago, and Sony did this thing, when Sony did its PlayStation Plus thing last year, it changed the game. It put pressure on Microsoft, especially for their $60 base service, because Essentials destroys Xbox Live, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Essentials destroys Xbox Live. But what's crazy is that Sony met them at their Game Pass one. So all those third-party games like Ninja Turtles and all that other stuff, Sony now is getting them in their service. So those games now are a stalemate. The difference now is the big party, third-party games and your first party. And I said Microsoft was going to live and die by its first party. All those studios, all those games, they didn't have the time to say, just wait, just wait. They didn't have the time to say, here's Hellblade CGI for another year. Here's some Fable stuff. They don't have the time for that because as they're doing that, Sony's maturing its services and Sony is leveraging games that they launched last year and the year before, giving more application to their service right now. And Microsoft's still struggling to get out games. Listen, you can't leverage your service without content. You can't be coming out there and showing CGI again with no release dates or in-game trailers without release dates. And you have to stick to your release dates. There are people that signed up for, did you see when they delayed Starfield, people were signed up thinking they were going to get a lineup of Starfield in March or Starfield in June and Redfall in March. And that changed completely. Just think if you bought months to do that stuff. And them not having a 1 year proves to me they're not confident in their roadmap. Because if Microsoft was confident in their roadmap, they would lock you in for a year. The fact that they're allowing people to just jump on and jump off shows that they are not confident in their release schedules and when their game's going to drop. And they will probably have more people pissed that signed up for Halo coming out in 2020 in their 1-year subscription, and it gets delayed a whole ass year. Now you got a bunch of people that signed up for a year for Halo on day one and didn't get it. Same thing goes for last year's Starfield and this year's Starfield. Like, if you signed up for a year, they delayed it out of the window, and now you're pissed. So Microsoft not having that 1-year option shows to me that they're probably not confident in their release lists. What's up, Ice Queen Gaming? How you doing? They're not. I don't think they're confident at all. I think they'd rather have you jump on and jump off so you don't cause a fuss when games get pushed out indefinitely on that stuff. But what Sony did was they evened the playing field when they rebranded their PlayStation stuff and getting those third-party games. And they just played it smart. And now it's like, okay, Microsoft, now it's your turn. And that's it. And really, it's I always said this. I've always said this. Somebody comes along and does it better than Microsoft. Spotify came along, or they all come along and did it better than Microsoft. And Microsoft started it with Game Pass, just bided their time, didn't really sort it out, put games in there, and look what happened. Somebody came along and took back what they learned from what Microsoft's strategy was and just did it better. And now Microsoft's left increasing prices. They really need to rebrand Game Pass. I thought they were going to do that, and they didn't. Instead, they just said $2 extra, $24 more a year for Game Pass Ultimate, and another for the console, another $1 for you, and we'll keep PC the same. Really, really incompetent. And that's 2 days after their legal documents said we're not increasing the prices for Activision. Well, obviously, they increased it for Bethesda. So they said, let's get our price increase now. Finesse, baby. But grinders, I want to thank everybody. Let me just make sure I got all the super chats. I believe I did. Yep, I got them all. I want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in for this impromptu gaming grindhouse or Grinds Bite. And definitely hit that like button. Share it out. Check out the Grindhouse store, where in Search for W's, all they get are L's. And what are we doing here? A bunch of shirts and things you could get from the Grindhouse Spread Shop store. The link is in the description there. Check out some of the shirts. I'm going to design some more shirts here, definitely. But those are all designed by me on there. So check those out in the Spread Shop and hit the like button, share it out. Subscribers, we're just about at 2,300, and we're just, I think we're about like 10 VIPs away from 15 to 10 VIPs away from getting that new emoji in there. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. Hit that like button, share it out. And as always, thank you again, Grinders, for all your support. And with that, we'll just leave the motto here. We'll take this off and we'll put that on here. And we will play our tunes. Good night, everybody.
Oh, and second us too. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Gamepass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What to play first?